Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Ijoma here. Long time no Ankara tutorial. So in today's video we are learning how to make this beautiful sleeve. This sleeve is really stylish. Someone sent it to me on Instagram and I decided to find a way to make it. So for this sleeve, if you are making for two sleeves, like the right hand side and the left hand side, you will need, like, let's say 2 yards of Ankara fabric and maybe half yard of whatever combination that you want to add to it. So these are the fabrics that I'll be using. I have my Ankara and I have my this is a crepe fabric, a shiny crepe. Some people call it a shiny poly. So first of all, this is my Ankara. I will start cutting with my Ankara. The Ankara will be the first tier and the last tier, then the other one will be at the middle. Now if I'm folding, I will make a triangular flay. I will fold it in a triangular manner. You can see the way I folded mine right now, in a triangular manner. That's why I repeated it. So after doing this, from the pointy part of the triangle, you will come down by like 7 inches. From the pointy part of the triangle, you will come down by like 7 inches. So if you come down by 7 inches, you will mark a straight line there. So this straight line that I'm marking now will serve as the top, like the place that you fix on top of your shoulder. So from there, you can now start taking the full length of your sleeve. From there, I will mark 17 inches for the first tier, for the longest one. I want to mark 17 inches for it. And after marking the 17 inches for it, I'll go ahead and cut out my triangular flay. And this is how I want it to look like. So I'll connect the lines, then I'll go ahead and cut out. After cutting it out, I will use it to cut out the second tier. But before I cut out the second tier, this is what I had. This is the first tier. So I feel like the triangle is too wide and I want to reduce it. So it depends on you. So let me measure my full length first of all. You can see my full length. I have 17 inches there, right? So for the width, I want to make it like 10 inches, 11 inches highest. So if you measure 10 inches, you go ahead and reduce it a bit. But this reduction that you are making should not affect that straight line at the top. It should not affect it that much. So after reducing it to 10 at the full length, this is what I have. So now I will use it to cut out another one. This one is the second tier, and this second tier will be 4 inches shorter than the first one. The other one is 17. This one will be like 13 inches. So I'll place it on it and make sure that all of them are equal at the top. That straight line, make sure that all of them are equal there. After doing that, you go ahead and cut out. Then after cutting out the full length, you can now reduce the second tier by 4 inches or 3 inches. It depends on how the space that you want all of them to give each other. It just depends on the space that you want them to give each other. So you can see I'm reducing it by 4 inches. After the reduction, I'll connect the lines and then I will cut out. I am done cutting out and this is what I have. So if I place the second tier on the first tier, you can see the gap between the two of them and it is taking shape already. Now I will cut out the last one, the smallest one. This one, you are just free to give it any length of your choice. Now using this second one, I will cut out the third one. I'll just repeat what I did earlier. I'll fold my triangular flay, just fold a triangle stuff, then place this one on it. Go ahead and cut them so that they will be equal, and then after cutting them out, you will reduce this last one by like 4 inches. Now after cutting that one out, I'll go ahead and reduce it by 4 inches. So if you want this one to be too far from the middle tier, you are also free to do that. I'll go ahead and reduce them by 4 inches, and after reducing by 4 inches, I will cut out. Now after cutting out, you will cut out a lining for all of them. So if you are cutting out a lining for them, I will advise you to use your fabric, this main fabric that you are using, use it for the lining. It is way better, so that if you raise your hand, people will not be seeing the rough lining from the right side from, as in from outside. So if you raise your hand, they will be seeing Ankara also. It will give you a very neat finishing. So after cutting them out, I'll go ahead and arrange them. Now I am done arranging them, and you can see what I have. I'll go ahead and cut out their lining. Then after cutting out their lining, these are their lining. You can see that I'm using my men fabric as the lining also. Even this one, I used the men fabric as the lining. After cutting out the lining, I'll go ahead and add a hard interface. Not the thickest gum. You go ahead and add a hard gum to it, not the thickest gum. Remember, if you add the thickest gum to it, it will be very thick and it will not really look nice. So this is the texture of the interface that I am adding to them. After adding this interface to them, I'm just adding this interface to one piece, like let's say the lining, only to the lining or only to the men fabric. Then after adding the interface, I'll go ahead and trim all of them. Then after trimming, I'll start merging them with their men fabric. You can see this one, I'll merge this one, I'll merge the second one, and I'll also merge the third one. So if you are joining, you'll be joining just 3 sides of this triangle, just 3 sides. So you close the 2 sides and then the down part. For the top, you will leave the top open for now, just leave it open. So this is the second one. I'll place the men fabric on it and I'll turn the 3 sides as well. So after turning them, this is what I have. So I'm trying to notch the pointy areas so that if I turn them, they will not be blunt at the point, at the edges. So I need those triangular spots to be very, very prominent. Now I am turning, and after turning, these are the shapes that you will have. This is the shape that you will have. All of them will have the same shape. The only difference is just the length of each of them. So after doing this, you will go ahead and iron properly, iron very, very flat. Then we will come back and then we will close the top of this triangle. Now I am done ironing the 2 of them, and I'll go ahead and arrange them properly so that all of them will meet at the top. So now you will fold it over. You can see the way I folded it over, and then I will go ahead and run a straight line there. So after running this straight line, I'll go ahead and trim down a bit so that it will not be too thick. You can see that I folded so that the biggest one will cover all of them. So after folding out, you will run a stitch at the top and then you will turn out. So if you turn out, it will give you that pointy shape around the shoulder area. So it is now up to you. If you want to fold in this sleeve, you can just go ahead and fold it in. If you want to leave it this way, you can leave it this way. So this is it without folding in. Then if you fold it in and tack, this is the shape it will give you. You can just fold in and tack. Then you can also leave the triangle that way. It is up to you, and you don't have to fix it around your armhole. This sleeve will start from your shoulder and then stop around, let's say 4-5 inches from your shoulder, and at the end of the day, this is what you will have. The sleeve did not go around the arm. No, it did not go around the arm. I'll try and fix the picture at the end so that you can have a clear view of what the sleeve looks like. So at the end of the day, this is our sleeve. Our kiddies wears class will start tomorrow. The registration for our June classes is ongoing. We have corset, blazer, shirt, trouser, jumpsuits, and kiddies wear. So anyone you feel like taking, you can go ahead and take them. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Do not forget to click on the like button and then click on the notification button so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. See you all in my next video. Bye.